Okay. Hey, Nicole.
Hey,
I get the wrong one here. Let's see. Let's go with me right now. That was Colin right there. Okay, there we go. All right. I want to welcome everyone to the new season of This Week on Martha's Vineyard. Right now, we're in the Quincy studio, and let's see. We got Ralston from the Edgartown Diner, and he's going to be in the Martha's Vineyard studio along with Colin Young. So first of all, I want to welcome you, Nicole. So welcome to This Week on Martha's Vineyard. Yes, we had a little late start today. Little technical. We're rusty, folks. We haven't been here for over maybe 4 or 5, 6 months now. I think roughly like that. But welcome, and you're going to be taking over the hosting duties here. We want to say congratulations to Emmeline, who had a baby this past couple weeks ago. And so she's moved on. She actually moved from Quincy to the Cape, and she had a child with her husband. So she used to fill that seat right there. Now you are. And you're familiar with Martha's Vineyard quite a lot, actually, right?
Yeah. We did some fun interviews there last year, and got to ride some Pedigo bikes around the island.
That's Colin. I forgot who was who here. Go ahead.
Yep, definitely a good time. Some good eats as well.
Right, and that was with Wicked Bites that we did that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and you were actually recently on the island, too. But we'll talk about that in a little bit, right? Your getaway, your fun getaway there, which you posted on Instagram and everything else. Okay, now we're going to introduce Colin Young. Colin, how you doing down there in Martha's Vineyard? How are things going?
I'm doing good. We're like you said, we got a little rusty in here trying to set this place up, get the cobwebs off, make sure everything's working, which hopefully it is.
Okay. Yes. Now, and what was the weather like this today on MV?
Weather's been good.
Yeah.
It's probably this time of year. It's a little bit chillier than it is in Boston, but it's about 10 degrees cooler on the vineyard. That's probably true for most of the summer. That's why people come here. But right now, we're looking at the weather in Boston, going, "Come on, we can get there." And it's a little bit chilly. It's like probably high 50s.
Yeah. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad.
Yeah.
It was actually close to 70 here, I think, today, maybe in the low 70s. So that's the way it is. I mean, that's why, like you said, that's why people go to Martha's Vineyard during the summertime, because it's a little cooler there. But the water's warmer because you got that nice Gulf Stream water, right? Especially because we have that colder Massachusetts Bay water up here on this side of the Cape.
Cold.
Yes, very cold.
Oh my God! I once went to the beach in what was it, Sandwich Beach? In the middle of August, and it was cold.
That's on the other side, right?
Yeah,
it's on the other side of
I feel like it takes the entire summer for it to heat up.
It does.
So by the end
She's
of the
absolutely
summer,
right.
it's actually hotter.
By the time you get to late August, that's when the water's finally warm enough. But for Martha's Vineyard, it's all year round, all summer long, pretty much. From roughly late June all the way through into mid-September, right? Give or take.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like September is like the new August. It's been like in the 80s all of September. It never gets cool until October now. Probably late October. It seems like everything's moved back about a month.
Okay, and what's the water temperature like in September there? Still good?
Yeah, still
70s. Yeah, that sounds good.
I don't know
actually.
what it is, but I think 70s is actually that would be really warm, wouldn't it? Yeah.
All right. So why don't we introduce the other person who's there this evening, Ralston? Why don't we introduce Ralston there?
Oh, me?
Yeah, you.
Okay. This is Ralston. Ralston is a good friend of mine. We work together in the winter doing construction, but in the summer he owns previously a restaurant, and now he's opening a new one this summer called Flavors, which is where the Island House was on Circuit Avenue in Oak Bluffs. But it's going to be amazing. I mean, not only is he a fantastic chef, the food is going to be really good, but he's been doing his construction magic on it and turning the place into more of a kind of, it looks more cottage city look to it. But it's got a whole new look to it, and new feel, new menus coming. There's going to be a lot of entertainment there, and I am looking forward to it. We'll be there a lot. We'll be setting up the comedy festival is going to be there this summer, and he is planning. I'll let him talk more about it, but he's planning on doing a lot of music, which we could all use at this point.
Well, definitely. Actually, that just became feasible this past week, I believe, in Massachusetts restaurants. So, Ralston, welcome to This Week on Martha's Vineyard. Can we take a look at Ralston?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
That's my job, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Hi, guys. How are you?
Fine. But we still don't see you yet. 1 second.
I'm hitting the button.
He's sitting there. He is. Okay. Welcome, Ralston. How are you doing this evening?
Yeah, doing good. How about yourself?
Not too bad. Can you bring his mic up a little, Colin? I meant volume-wise, but okay.
All right, that's better now?
Oh, that's much better. Okay, now we can hear you better. Okay, so first of all, Ralston, I want to say that I love your diner. Okay, the first time I was there, I couldn't have too many different types of foods because I was having a little bit of a medical thing going on, and you made me this amazing tuna melt with to this day I keep telling everybody about this tuna melt. So the next time I see you, the minute I walk in the door, you don't even have to wait for me to order. Just start making it, okay? That's all. That's all I got to say right there. I don't care what time of day it is. I don't care if it's 7 a.m. Just make me a tuna melt, okay? But no, how long has the Edgartown Diner been around?
Yeah, we've been around. Going to be 6 years this year. We opened back up in late 2015.
Okay, and it was you and your wife and your mother-in-law too, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
My mother-in-law and cousin-in-law.
Okay, and she's the sort of like the cheerleader for both of you. She's out there meeting and greeting everybody. She's a wonderful woman, very very cheerful, which I love to see. And you guys work really really hard there. I mean, you're open from mid April or so or roughly late May or what it was. I can't remember what it was.
Oh no, actually we open year round.
Oh, year round. Okay.
Yeah. Once you touch like Memorial Weekend, we go 7 days, and then by end of October, then we go back down and start doing 3 days a week, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Okay, that's what it was then. Okay, so you're open. How when do you open full time for the season?
Yeah, this summer. Yeah, this coming summer we're going to open May 21st full
May
time.
21st. That's what I was thinking about then. Okay, but you are open 3 days a week for the rest of the year, right?
Yeah, we're open 3 days a week. Yes.
All right. So tell us about the new restaurant. It's on Circuit Ave in Oak Bluffs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's in Circuit Avenue. It's 11 Circuit Avenue. It was the Island House before, so now we're going to name it Flavors. We're going to bring a different vibe, different food, a different ambience, different setting. Something fun, you know.
What are you going to do to the menu?
Yeah, so we're going to do like an American cuisine with a little raw bar. We're going to do like with Southern twist also, and a little bit of Caribbean flair.
Very good. Now, I understand from Colin that there's going to be some exciting stuff going on upstairs too, right? Is that it? Is it an upstairs? Okay, what's going on upstairs?
Yeah, so we're on one floor. So we're gonna have the music scene also, whenever the state allows it.
Oh, so the music and everything's on the same floor then? Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
okay.
yes,
I apologize.
everything is on one floor.
Okay. So the music is the music hall going to be separate from the restaurant, or is it all one location?
No, everything is in one location.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's where we're gonna host like the Comedy Fest in August too.
Tell them about the back area.
Yeah, like in the back area.
That's okay. The back area. So there is a back area and a front area. Okay.
Nice stage.
Okay. And how many people is this going to be able to hold?
Yeah, well, like the social distancing right now, we can hold up to like 120 people. But then generally seated without no social distancing, we can do like 165. And then standing, we do 326.
326 for standing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
And
A lot of people.
Yeah, it is a lot of people.
Yeah, it is.
Is that are you going to be serving food in the back area too, or just the front area?
No, we're going to serve food all throughout.
Okay.
We have a nice porch right outside too, right on Circuit.
Okay, that's good. So you get to dine outside as well as inside, correct?
Yeah, dine outside and inside, yes.
Okay, which is obviously something that's very beneficial right now for you at this stage of the year. Right. But I figure by the time the comedy festival starts the first week of August, correct?
Yes, it does.
Okay. So by that time, it looks like the state might be fully open at that point, so maybe you can have full capacity for the comedy festival.
Yeah, it should be. So they say by August 1st, everything should open up with, I think, just limited.
Maybe sooner. Maybe sooner. I mean, there was some good news from the CDC today, so things might be ramping up a little quicker than expected based on location and we all know that the open air is really good for you, and being on the island, hopefully everybody will be healthy and safe on the island. Now, you guys actually, last year, you still did pretty good business last year, correct?
Yeah, we're close a part of the year with the diner, so we really opened back up like June 29. But it was, it got a little busy in August.
Well, that's not bad considering that most of the restaurants up here have been almost closed till recently.
It was all through the year in Boston, right?
Right, exactly.
Yeah,
so you still had a season last year, and it kind of, from what I read in the newspapers, it kind of extended into the fall, correct? Because people were still going down there in September,
it was
October.
Like late into the fall, yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's not bad.
Till the end of October, yeah.
Do you hope for the same thing to happen this year?
Yeah, hope for the same thing, yeah.
Okay, so you're ready for it this time. Even
more.
Even more. Well, I did also read
more
that.
would be better.
I think, Colin, you sent me something from the from one of the local papers that said that the island should be ready for a wave of tourists before the regular season usually starts. Is that correct?
Oh, it's here.
It's there.
The people are here. The place is packed.
Speaking of which,
Speaking of which, Nicole was just there.
I was just there being a tourist.
So where did I know you were in Oak Bluffs at the Lookout Tavern, which is one of Colin's clients. Where else?
Really?
Where else did you go?
I believe that was the place that I had like the best lobster roll of my life. We went to an oyster restaurant. It was Oyster 39. Forgive me if that is wrong, but it was something like that. It was a little bit more of like a fine dining experience than a lobster roll, but everything that we have is really good.
Probably Oyster Bar.
Yeah, I think it might have been Oyster Bar. I think I'm combining Oyster Bar with another restaurant that was also there. But that one is in Oak Bluffs as well, or is that Edgartown?
Well, the Oyster Bar is on Circuit Avenue. It's actually right across from Ralston's new place.
Oh, awesome.
Ben DeForest owns that. But then there's a place in Edgartown you might be thinking of. It's called the 19 Raw.
Yeah, 19
Yeah, I think I went there. I think I went to both of those places.
Yeah, you might have gone there.
Yeah.
So what kind of places did you go to as a tourist? I mean, visit?
We saw, what were those things called? It was like the little cottages or something, the doll houses.
Cottage
it's like,
City.
Yeah, it's like a bunch of colorful, like historical looking dollhouse buildings. They were really cool. We just kind of walked around Oak Bluffs and Edgartown, did a little shopping. Nothing else like too crazy. There was not every place open. I'd say it was like 50% open when we were there. So looking forward to seeing it a little bit more lively when I come back in June. So gonna get to explore a little bit more.
Well, how was the weather when you were here? Because there's been a lot of people here, but whether they're out in the streets depends on the weather, I guess.
We had some nice weather. It wasn't super warm, but it wasn't super cold either. Like we just wore jeans and light jacket, and you have that breeze coming off the ocean. So
right.
But it was nice. Definitely better than Boston. Good change of scenery.
Well, to give you an idea of how busy it's been here, I do a lot of work off island, and I was trying to come back on Monday, I think it was. Ralston was the same thing. He was there, got in standby line at noon, didn't get back until 5. I got there at 6:15. They told me I was not going to get onto the island.
Oh, wow.
So I had to leave my car there on a Monday in May.
And you're like, I'm not even a tourist.
Yeah, right. I was like, well, I got to get home.
Yeah, you were like, I live here.
There's still fares you could have taken if you left the car, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
So
I just couldn't bring the car over.
So Ralston, so we got you on camera. Oh, there he is again. I'll call him again. I was going to say, I was going to say, I have a question for Ralston. So what made you decide to purchase another restaurant and expand your operations there on the Vineyard?
I mean, I love the music scene, and I want to, cooking is my passion, and I want to expand what I was doing. So I think this is the right place where I can do that too.
Is this going to take away from your cooking in one place? So, like, are you going to have because you're going to be working a lot on the other place now. So who's going to be taking up the slack when you're not at the diner?
Yeah, well, Joseph will be there. He's like my other chef, sous chef, so he will be there. So whenever I'm not there, then he'll be there. So I'm gonna go like back and forth throughout the summer.
Okay, and that's
So
actually.
I can balance it.
I was going. That's going to be so. You probably. What time do you usually close the diner in the evening?
I will now we'll just go till 8 to 4 right now.
8 to 4. When you
Yeah.
open up for the summer, when do you close the
Yeah,
diner?
when you open up full in the summer, we're just gonna do 8 to 4 also.
Oh, okay. So it's just going to
Yeah.
be breakfast and lunch then, right?
Yeah, gonna be just breakfast and lunch.
So when we come in June, will the new restaurant be open yet, or we'll just have to
Yes.
go to the diner?
Oh, no, you can come to the new restaurant too. We'll be open May 21st also.
Oh, okay.
Oh, awesome!
Very good.
Right around the corner.
So pretty much you're going to be
right.
working for breakfast and lunch, and then you're going to go over to the other restaurant and work for dinner and
for dinner,
nighttime.
yeah.
Oh my gosh, how much sleep are you
Yeah.
going to get every day? Like 4 or 5
None.
hours?
I
Sounds
know,
like
right?
me. Well, all right, you're a trooper.
Ralston,
Wait,
where
should we
did
mention
your
the fact that he's going to have a daughter? In
Oh,
about
really?
A month.
Oh
Yeah,
God,
Oh, wow.
you're going to be juggling
Takes
3 things then.
July 20th.
July
No
20th.
sleep.
All right, yeah, you're going to be team no sleep for a
no
while.
sleep.
Yes, exactly. Go ahead. You had a question, Nicole?
Oh yeah, sorry. Ralston, I wanted to know where your passion for cooking started.
Well, it started from when I was small. I really got it from my mom. She cooking stuff, and I grew up passion for it from then. So I always want to help her. So then I started it. I got very interested in doing it, and then I went to school for it. I started school in Jamaica, and then I finished school in Southern New Hampshire.
Oh,
Here in
that's
the
awesome.
Yeah.
What was that like going to school for like culinary in Jamaica?
That was fun, because then we cook the same stuff home, but then when we go to culinary school back home, then it's like a different level. So you get to do like more fine dining stuff, and you get to learn more about your own cuisine. Because even though we have like certain stuff, like certain staples that we eat back home, when I go to the school, then we learn a lot more about it and how important it is. So then we get to expand on it.
Yeah, it's like you already knew you liked it, but now you know why you like it, and you know how to
Yeah, now I know why I
incorporate it
like it.
into other dishes. So it
Yeah.
seems like there probably wouldn't be a lot of competition in that same kind of like flavor profile on the island then.
Yeah, no, not necessarily, because I love to do American food too. I do a little Italian too. So I like combine all of them and make my own flavor. That's how we come up with the name.
I was going to
Flavors
say
and
that's a
Feast,
good
you know?
name for the restaurant then.
That is a good name.
Yeah, different flavors of food just combined, you know?
Very good. Now, what brought you
It's a
to?
good name for a club too.
Not
Yeah,
bad.
yeah, and it brings in that element of performing arts and music.
Yeah, bands, DJs.
Yeah, there'll
so
be a
yeah.
little bit like for everyone.
So the island will be hopping once again. So, what brought you to New Hampshire to go to school up there? Why New Hampshire? What was the draw there for you?
I mean, it was just how the program was set up back home in Jamaica. It's either we could go to like Canada, or they have like certain culinary programs to like Canada or America. But I wanted to come to America, so I picked to go to New Hampshire.
What did you think of the weather?
I was going to say
I
that's
arrived
quite a
here-
culture
I
shock.
arrived here in December, in late December. It
Wow.
was like 3 feet of snow.
Oh God, it's going quite a
It's
quite a
crazy.
departure from
It
what
was
you were used to.
freezing.
Right, I know. Well, not Martha's Vineyard isn't so bad in the wintertime, though, is it? Than being there all year round now, right?
Oh no, it's pretty good. It's pretty
Yeah.
good. No,
Well,
some
compared to-
winters we'll get
compared
a
to-
lot of snow.
compared to
and
New
then some
Hampshire, it's
winters
great.
don't get any. Yeah.
Try taking the Patriot across the water in December.
Well, I'm sure.
or
Yeah, the
January.
water's not. Yeah, you get that wind, biting cold wind. Yeah, that's not
Yeah.
good. But if you're staying on the island,
Pretty-
it's not probably too bad compared to us.
rough.
Compared to us,
Put it
you're
this
still
way,
better off.
I've got bruised head from hitting the roof of the boat.
So they do pick up the ferry quite a bit, the number of trips, and they also open the Oak Bluffs terminal. What, in May, or do they open it up in June? I can't remember. Colin.
It opens up in I think May 15th usually.
Okay.
But
But then
they
they
get
close-
ready to open up that boat.
Yeah,
Although
they-
I did notice, like the Island Queen, which normally will run weekends earlier, they're not starting until Memorial Day weekend. So even though there's we're expecting a lot more visitors, some of the ferries are are not starting early. They just must have been had
They
it
just
planned
decided
out.
to wait and see what happens, I suppose, maybe?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Well, I mean, normally people should know that if they want to make reservations for cars, you got to do it early. Okay. If you want to bring a vehicle down to Martha's Vineyard, get on there as soon as you know what your plans are going to be and book those
Hey, you
reservations.
just reminded me.
Yes, I did, didn't I?
You
Okay.
reminded me I need to make a reservation for you guys.
That's right.
We'll
Correct.
be filming. I should tell everybody we're
We're going to be still filming the
for
first
2
full
days.
week of June. Let people try to figure out. They have to open up their calendars and take a look. June 6th. June 6th. Yeah, we'll be there from June 6th, that week of June, the week of June 6th. And we'll be bouncing around from place to place, and we'll talk about those in the near future. And I'm sure that the island will still be pretty hopping by then. I mean, after Memorial Day, I'm sure it's going to really ramp up, right, this year?
Yeah. I think so. It should be.
Should be?
I mean, what the papers are reporting, then they said there are like a lot of people with rentals. Most of it is already booked out. So with that sign, hopefully, island should be busy all the way through.
Let me ask you this question, Ralston. Up here in the Boston area, a lot of restaurant owners have had a hard time finding help now. Have you been having the same problem on Martha's Vineyard?
Yeah, we've been having the same problem. It's tough. It's hard.
So do you feel like are you going to have to bring in help from off island, or are you going to just aggressively try and train more people on the island? What's your plan to try and make sure you get a stable workforce?
I mean, first of all, we try to look locally first, see if anyone on the island needs work. And then afterwards, then we try to hire off island, or then we try to do the J1s or H2Bs.
So explain what you just mentioned. That's people coming in from out of the country, correct?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're coming like from the foreign countries like Romania, Bulgaria, Jamaica, Albania. Yeah, all
Is there a
different
lot
countries.
of Is there a lot of paperwork to fill in for the government when you have to bring people from out of the country?
Yes, because we have to show that we have like housing for them too.
Right. Okay.
Oh, the housing on the island is tough.
And I was going to say the housing on the island is very tough, especially in
Yeah.
the summertime. So it's kind of like more like a cruise ship thing, like you at cruise quarters or something like that. I mean, they do stuff like that with other situations, like models in New York. You know what I'm talking about, Nicole?
Yeah.
Where they have like these model houses where
Yeah, it's
a bunch
just like
of models
an
just live there.
apartment they buy, and then they just put like 8 girls in the apartment,
Yeah.
and they're like all paying the same amount of rent.
And Colin's thinking, where can I get the address of that apartment?
Hey, my wife watches this show.
That's okay. you can always dream. All right, cool. Well, Ralston, I want to wish you good luck with the brand new location, and we're definitely going to check it out.
Yeah, congratulations.
Very soon. Probably will be on an upcoming episode of This Week on Martha's Vineyard, probably in June or July, sort of. So, and then we got the Martha's Vineyard Comedy Festival, first week of August, coming there with Steve Capers and his group of comedic, what do you call it, geniuses, I guess we could call them. And that's going to be 3 weeks in a row, correct?
Yes, it is. Yeah, Monday to Thursday.
Monday
Very
through Thursday.
exciting first
3
month.
weeks in a row. I was going to say, that's going to be a lot going on there. Colin, what's the word on Beach Road Weekend for the summer? Or the end of August, right?
No, it's in July.
Oh, they switched it. Oh,
They switched it, and there's going to be 3 nights. The first night is already sold out.
I think July 24th is the first night.
Yeah. So, I mean, these guys have been, of course, most people know that they opened up the Yarmouth drive-in. And last summer they had concerts. And you would bring your car in there. They have like 450 cars in there. It was cool. We went. We did a show. If you remember, like
Yes, I
from
do.
there, where you park your car. You got like a square, and then you have space to the left of it where you could put your bring out chairs, lawn chairs, or whatever, and you turn in like the old drive-ins. You turn in your radio and you listen to the music. And there's live music on the stage in front of you. It was really cool. So they did that in South Carolina. They opened up another one over the winter. And so their experience in being safe running concerts has been they have first canceled it again or postponed it again this year, and then I think they saw that things where the vaccines were going out. They thought they could do it safely because they've been doing it safely. But I know that it is not going to be easy to get tickets at this point because the first night already sold out, and that was the Tedeschi Truck Band. Have they announced the other ones?
No, I haven't seen.
I haven't seen they announced the second two nights, but
I never even heard of this before.
Yeah, it's a pretty big festival down there. We were at the first one, but it was a couple of years ago, right?
yeah,
Right.
they postponed it last year, but they they're going to be back full force at some point this summer. I think that they probably did the right thing. And it should be fun.
So officially, they're
and
going to
then-
be before the August 1st deadline, so they might have to have some limits on tickets, correct?
Oh, they do have limits on.
They do have
tickets.
limits on tickets. Okay.
Yeah, that's
right.
why it's sold out. And there's I think they have like the same thing as you don't drive your car in there, obviously, but they have kind of pods, so you have to.
So you got to stay in
and
stay in your lane, so to speak.
exactly. And
Yeah,
you can
okay, I
have
get
like
it.
so many people have to buy tickets in this group, and then you have the a square or something that you can occupy.
Well, maybe
during the concert.
the state might lift the ban before then. This is an outdoor concert, so the
It's
state
possible,
the
yeah.
state might lift the ban
Didn't
before
they just announce today there's no masks needed, like indoor, outdoor for fully vaccinated?
right. That was the CDC.
They did.
They still have to. The state still has to make its own determination as to how they're
Gotcha.
going to. Because they say
Well, I'll tell you what,
vary by
everybody
state
went-
from state to state.
Everybody went with that because there's people walking around everywhere with no masks on now.
Yeah.
It's like I came back on
Instantly.
the boat without one.
It's like they press a button and all of a sudden everything just disappeared.
Yeah, right.
Well,
It's over.
yeah. Well, let's hope the vaccine. I mean, let's hope the virus thing. So
How is the Vineyard doing with COVID in general?
they were tough for a while, weren't they? I remember seeing a lot of red for Edgartown for a little while.
It was there was some real spikes. We did really well for a long time. It went from the beginning until October, the end of October. There was only 50 cases total.
Oh, wow.
And then there was a wedding where somebody flew in and they went to the wedding and they got everybody sick there. And it was
and then it was just a chain reaction.
Yeah, it was like the
Chain
domino
reaction.
effect. Everyone went
yeah,
down.
so we went, that was I don't know, it went from like 50 to 300 overnight almost.
And you didn't
then-
have enough probably medical facilities to handle that.
Yeah, I was
I'm
gonna say
assuming
the
most of them-
hospitals are
most of them
probably
would have
small.
probably to be transported to the Cape.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's only, I think, 3 or 4 ICU beds or
four.
something.
Oh, my
Four.
God.
For the
Yeah,
whole
so
island.
everybody, the people thought this was a great place to come ride it out. And of course, it's the worst place to come because if you do get sick, then
You got nowhere to
have
go.
Off island. So,
Right.
but they've done a great job, and they've been able to.
Good. Well, it's
Yeah.
not
Keep it
red
under
anymore. We know that much.
Thankfully, they're
And there'll be a lot of
In the
people
clear.
there having a good time, outdoors, fresh
Yeah.
sunshine, air. Things are getting back to somewhat normal, so that's good. So, okay, we're going to end right here. And Ralston, thank you very much for coming over and telling us what's going on with the flavors. Is it flavor or flavors?
Flavors MV.
Okay, Flavors MV. Okay, so that we'll be visiting there probably within 3 or 4 weeks ourselves, and checking
get
it
the
all
tuna
out.
melts ready.
Yes, get the tuna melts ready. But believe
Yeah,
me,
have it ready.
Nicole, if you go in there hungry, you will definitely not leave there hungry.
Well, that's
I
good
guarantee
because I'm
you.
always hungry.
Oh, I think we could probably fix that. Ralston,
Yeah,
Ralston.
there's flavors.
Flavors.
Oh, awesome.
I
It's our
love
high
that.
tech.
That's okay. That's a cool logo. I like that. Why didn't you send that to me, Colin? We'll have to put it up next time. All right, cool.
Yeah, I was gonna, but I know if I send things too late to you, you get grumpy with me, so I decided not to.
Yes, I am grumpy today. I must admit, a lot of stuff going on today. All right, so thank you very much, Ralston, for coming through.
Yeah, sure.
And Colin, we're going to see you in a few weeks. We'll be back here in a couple weeks, right before Memorial Day, to do another show and hopefully another great guest. And I want to talk about also the stuff that will be opening up that hasn't been opened up, like the movie theaters. Is that going to be opening up again, Colin? Do you know?
I actually just ran into the manager of it. He's been working at Ben and Bill's because they were closed last summer, and then they tried to open up in the fall. Nobody showed up, so they closed back down again. But they're opening up, I think, this week,
May 21st.
May 21st. So the same night as
Excellent,
Ralston.
excellent. Because
Yeah,
people
so
have to have some
they're-
place to go see Jaws again, right?
Of course,
Of course.
Yeah, man, that's
It's like they run Jaws all summer there. So it's pretty cool. I was trying to explain that to Nicole. Okay. Listen, thank you very much again, guys. We appreciate your time. And we'll be there in about 3 weeks to start filming again. New episodes of This Week on Martha's Vineyard.
Get ready.
Get ready. And Ralston, we're definitely going to be visiting. And I give my best to your wife, who's expecting, and your mother-in-law. I wish them all well, and we can't wait to see them soon. Actually, I think we'll be there before the baby's born, so we'll see your wife probably just kind of sitting there, just having a good time, waiting for the ball to drop, so to speak.
Yeah,
all right,
waiting for the ball to drop.
Waiting for the ball to drop. And believe me, you better be ready too, buddy.
Do you know if you're having a boy or a girl?
Yeah,
It's gonna be a girl.
it's gonna be a girl.
Aw,
Congratulations.
congratulations.
Daddy's little girl.
Yeah.
And Daddy's little girl's
Hopefully
probably.
she likes to eat.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Daddy's little
Bacon
girl.
and Italian food.
Daddy's little girl will never go hungry. That's
I
for
think
sure.
she likes to eat already.
Very good, very good. All right, well, that's it for this edition of This Week at Martha's Vineyard. Welcome to everyone for the new season. We hope you tune in as the whole entire summer unfolds and people get out there and experience the island and the summer and get to be free again, so to speak. Okay. Any closing remarks, Colin?
No, just looking forward to the summer. I'm happy to have Nicole hosting the show, and hopefully we'll figure out our technical issues.
Well, we
in
couldn't
this-
host the
in
show,
this
that's
little
for
Looking
sure.
studio here.
forward to
Nobody
it.
would tune in if it was just our mugs on the show. That's for sure. Thank you, Nicole,
Yeah,
for
right.
joining us.
She's our
Thanks for
big
having
draw.
me.
Yeah, that's okay.
Sure, no, I was happy to be a part of the show too. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Ralston.
Thank
We're looking
you.
forward to seeing you in a few weeks.
All right,
Love that
take care.
smile. He's got a great smile. Even when you walk in the door, he's smiling. Awesome.
Yeah.
Good night, folks.
All right, good night.